Welcome to another episode of TKMR Hatena, your number one source for the rumors, the funny, and the troll of Nichan. We're here today to bring you uh, about 5 or 6 pretty decent topics over the past couple of weeks, and hopefully you enjoy the show. In the studio today we have Bex.
Yo!
Yo, and we have Turbos86 from everywhere.
Everywhere.
Let's get started because we have quite a bit of things to discuss. Bex, why don't you take things off this episode?
Right, so I read something on the site somewhere, and AKB is having this vote going on where fans can vote for a song that does not have a MV yet. What if we would turn that into an HP thingy? Which song would you guys like to see an MV of?
Okay, so it's just for like a special event, or is it just like another promotion that they're doing?
It's another promotion. It's just a song that does not have an MV yet. And you know how Akimoto is. He likes things to get voted for, so...
Yeah, everything needs an election for.
Indeed, so... It's just another vote.
What am I having for breakfast today? Let's
Yeah.
vote.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
So, Turbos, I'll let you go first.
Songs, Hello Project songs that doesn't already have a video?
Yeah, that you want to see a music video out of.
Well, you know, recently Smileage released their new single, Skill Shinjo Haguki.
Yeah.
The B-side is actually Cute's last single,
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Kimi-chari.
Right.
What if they make a Smileage version of that?
So, with the guy and everything, or
We can leave the guy out.
wait,
We'll have to
Taki-chan could
mic.
be the guy.
Okay, that works. And then same train station, same scenes, everything.
Wow, that would be kind of cool.
But
Yeah.
wouldn't it be boring as well? Because we've already seen that, obviously.
Yes, but
Yeah.
wouldn't it be if they're doing the song, repeating the song again? Why not repeat the
True.
video as well?
True. Yeah.
Or maybe like instead of the serious same, they can do like a comedic parody version. Where,
Ah.
they make
Oh, that
fun of-
works.
Yeah.
Well, if
That'd be cool.
Taki-chan's the guy, bro, then that's
yeah,
alright.
and like I don't know, Mamie can be the girl or something. I'd be like really obnoxious or something. That'd be kind
They
of
get run over by the train. I don't know.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Ouch.
How about you, Astros?
Let's see. It's so many songs to choose from to see a
Yeah.
music video. It's kind of hard to narrow down to one. I think for the most like recent or like looking at recent songs only from Morning Musume, I'd like to see a music video for Fantasy ga Hajimaru from their album.
Wow.
Just because it seems like it has potential to be really cool, assuming they don't screw it up and make it really lame, like how Sunku has a tendency to do. But I think that's one of those songs that has potential to be like one of those like non-idol, like almost borderline like mainstream artist type music videos based on the song. That'd be kind of
Wouldn't Well, but wouldn't it fall close to how one of their single from last year was it the Kono Chikyu song in terms of style?
I get the vibe that Konochikyu is way more upbeat
Mm-hmm.
and much more like, I guess it's similar style, but it's just from the image. Maybe it's because I like they have the PV and I've like biased my opinion based on seeing the PV, but it has a much more idolish character to the song as opposed to Bensei ga Hachimaru. It's a much more like mature adult song, I think.
Right.
Like based on the performance that they had at the
Concert?
whichever the concert that they did it in.
Right.
It seems like it'd be pretty cool, but it's I don't know. I don't know if you can do it without Ai-chan or Gaki anymore.
Oh, right, true.
But yeah. What about you, Bex?
I actually have 3 songs
Okay.
because, like you said, it's kind of hard to choose.
Yeah.
My first one would be Genki Plus.
That's a good.
I mean, that song
Good
is
choice,
so
yes.
baller.
Yeah.
It should definitely need an MV.
Uh-huh.
And my other 2s are kind of similar, I guess, which is Songs and Take Off Is Now. Both from...
Is Takeoff Now the one they use the chair?
Oh, that's a good question.
Whatever the chair song is, they need to
don't
make
remember.
a PV out of that one.
It could be. It definitely fits the song.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And what was the other one? Songs. Oh.
Yeah, Songs.
Man, if they can do like that spotlight intro from the concert opening, that would
Right,
be pretty
right.
epic.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
They could do a lot of stuff with these 2, the last 2 songs, really,
Yeah,
to be honest.
definitely, yeah. That's
You
really
got
good choice.
great potential.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. So if you guys listening out there have your own suggestions for what B-side or album song should be a PV, go ahead and throw it down in the comment section below. Let's move on to our next topic, which is Farm Joshigakuen. So, season 2 of this magical series returns this fall on NTV. No, just kidding. And
Yeah.
I hope no one actually is looking forward to that if that were real. But so there was a thread earlier this week that was titled, "What if instead of Sugaku Joshigakuen, which is a math school, it was Nogyo Joshigakuen, which means like farm school for the series? How would things play out differently? Like, how would the plot be different? How would the battles be different? Like, how would all aspects of the drama been different if it was like essentially Satoyama school?" So, a couple of the threads a couple of the responses were pretty interesting. The original poster was like, so what kind of like farm battles and stuff would be going on?
Farm battle.
Yeah. So.
Throwing vegetables at each other.
Yeah, it'd be like,
That kind
who
of
can
battle.
plant the best watermelon or something.
Oh my god.
Carrot fight.
Yeah, carrot fight. One of the persons responded, cow milking battle.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. So Nina, or Reina's character in the show, has a signature phrase, sine, cosine, mentaiko. And so one of the fans suggested, like, instead of that catchphrase, it would be watermelon, mustard leaf, and mentaiko as her catchphrase. The mustard leaf being the thing that they planted for the first, like, 4 episodes of Satoyama.
Yep.
That would be really sad of a catchphrase.
Lame.
Yeah. Another thing someone suggested was that Nina has like a characteristic thing of going to Kazuki and telling him to go to the cafeteria area and buying him some mentaiko bread and bringing it back.
Yeah.
Instead, it would be like Nina telling Ishii, the farm owner, to go buy her a smoothie and bring it back. The smoothies that Aika made.
So Aika would be in the show.
Aika would be like the final boss, the smoothie maker.
That's a smoothie.
Yeah. And then the last comment that we thought was really funny was, so if you guys have been keeping up with Satoyama, and you know, if you remember from Sugaku, there was an episode with Airi where there was a fight over the seat changing parts. And so instead of the like seat changing, it would be, they would lead up to that moment, and then it would be like they start building their own seats instead of actually seat changing.
Out of buckets from
Out
Ace
of
Hardware.
buckets, yeah. Do-it-yourself seat for the classroom. That would be really sad drama.
How would that be a battle?
I don't know. Who can make the best decorative cover for the seat part? Or
Who makes the best bucket?
who makes the best?
Who makes the bucket?
Oh,
Yeah.
all bling and all.
Yeah.
Deco bucket.
Deco bucket.
Oh,
That'd be like,
Gaki on there.
yeah, Gaki comes back as a boss instead of just a teacher.
All she does is deco.
Yeah. So based on this topic, the farm Gakuen, do you guys have any suggestions for a battle or a any aspect of the thing that'd be more related to Satoyama?
You know how they have in Sugaku, they have the cafeteria scenes?
Yeah.
Mostly with Masa and her gang.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They should change that to the Hell Project research student, the eggs, selling their vegetables in the cafeteria.
That'd be pretty awesome.
So you have Colleen
Colleen.
and all the other girls standing there selling
It's
vegetables.
like they have a tent and it's like Masa going up to buy carrots or something.
Yeah. Cucumbers
Cucumbers.
on a stick.
Wow. And if you find Karen, you can get it for like half off or something.
It's all 300 yen.
Awesome.
So sad.
Yeah. Any other ideas for the farm? The Satoyama?
I don't know. What can you really do on a farm?
Man,
Plant stuff. That's about it, I think.
that's pretty much like what they've been doing. I don't know.
And I wonder if it's watchable. It's probably a lot more fun than Satoyama right now.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
it could be pretty. I mean, even for me, it'd be pretty hard to watch.
Yeah.
Because every episode would be like, so what are they gonna plant this week?
True. Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
Plants first.
And it'd be like those long drawn out anime styles where to see the ending it takes like 3 months because you have to wait for the vegetables to grow.
Yeah. Cliffhanger.
So it's like fillers until then. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah. So if any of you listeners have any ideas for your own farm Joshigakuen battles, why don't you leave a comment below.
Yay.
And with that, let's move on to our next topic, which is post-grad Hello Girls. So there was a thread also earlier this week, which was a bit more on the serious side, and it was kind of looking at Hello Project right now as a whole, and they were saying, or the poster was saying, if everyone were to graduate right now,
Mhm.
you know, regardless of the circumstance, like they just had to, or they
Mhm.
wanted to, almost everyone would basically be forced to retire from show business. They're not either popular enough or don't have the character or personality to get entertainment work outside of the Hello Project connections they have right now. And then the original poster said the only girls who could land a job afterwards would be one, Sayu, and that would be her obviously TV related, which she has been doing for the past couple of years. Two, be Reina with her Reina band that she has going on, even though that hasn't actually started yet.
Yep.
Three, they think Riho would make it as an actress.
What?
I don't know. Four, they think Ikubo would make it as also an entertainment character on TV, like Sayu.
Maybe they're trying.
Maybe, yeah. Next, they think all of Bono would still make it as a group outside of Hello Project.
They'd probably be better, to be honest.
Possible. I don't know. I
Hard
think
to
they'd
say.
be like a Melancholy be like they'd have their fan base, but then it'd never really go anywhere.
I got the best idea.
Yeah. What is it?
Bono together with Reina's band.
Reina Bono.
Reina Bono.
Reina.
Bono.
That would be kind of cool.
Make the Bono girls take up instruments.
Yeah, they would have to start playing.
No,
well,
no.
ID can play pretty well. Momo needs to step up her game, though.
I guess Reina could just sing with Bono, and they stay singing as well, and they just get the band from Reina's band to do all the
Oh,
music.
Okay. Well, you don't really need Bono for a Reina band, though.
Yeah.
Reina can do it for herself.
Alright, true.
But I mean, that'd be kind of interesting. Maybe they should just get Dulce to go with Reina band.
Yeah, they should, to be
I mean,
honest.
they're not doing anything most of the year, anyways. Sadly. Anyways, last up, they have Mono also would make it as an actress. Which...
That's why she's graduating.
Ouch. I don't know.
That probably comes through then.
I mean, like, I can see her. I mean, obviously, she has a lot of acting gigs, but I'm thinking she only gets them because of her Hello Project connections.
Yeah,
Um,
pretty much.
it's kind of like how Ai-chan got her whatever that detective drama was. I don't think she
Yeah.
would have gotten that outside of like herself.
Hmm.
I mean, like, look at her right now. She's really not
Doing
doing
what?
anything.
Well,
except
she's
shopping.
doing stuff, but
Well,
like,
yeah,
Well,
she's
she's got
doing
some
acting,
small
but
web shows, web
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah,
some
Series.
small roles here and there
Yeah.
that nobody really knows about.
yeah.
So
So I guess Mono could. I guess if you call that acting, I guess Mono could do some small time jobs or something. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah. To go along with that, let's see. They have so one of the people commented to the original poster saying that essentially the Reina band would be the second coming of Byuden.
How's that even relate?
I'm not sure. It's not really related to the topic, but
Not only that, how does the two groups even be considered similar?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
Unless they mean that, well, Ishikawa was still in Morning Musume when Byuden was started.
Yeah.
How similar to how Reina would still be in Morning Musume when her band will finally initiate.
I could see that.
But then
But
that's
the image
just...
is so different though, so
Yeah. I don't know.
that's it. That's just that they're doing both at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another comment was if Reina were to graduate from Morning Musume, she would pretty much end up going back to Fukuoka and opening up a snack shop.
What?
I could see her doing that. It would be like a Fuku chip shop or something.
Yes.
I would be there like all
Yeah,
day,
I know.
every day.
Buying bags of whatever she's
Yeah,
selling.
moving
Yes.
Fukuoka by.
Yeah, seriously. And last comment in regarding the topic. So, we know that Aika has already graduated, but one of the fans were saying that Aika actually, if she has already graduated, but she actually doesn't have to quit show business because the person thinks that Aika has whatever it takes to make it in show business.
Oh.
Which
What?
I don't know. I don't really see that. Like I could see her being the Ogawa type doing like small local shows, but nothing
Yeah.
prime time.
Right.
So I could see her going back to back to the Kansai area. She maybe doing some local like farm related shows or something.
Isn't this the reason why she's staying with Hello Project instead of graduating completely from it like the other OGs?
So that she doesn't have to do like the lame stuff.
Well, I mean, I don't think she can even land on any of the lame stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. But I mean even though she's staying with them right now, it's not like they're actually doing anything actively to build up Aika's.
Her?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the only thing she's got going for her right now is her guest appearance, which is almost regular on Satoyama. That's not really
Yeah.
something big to put on your resume when you're trying to get.
Well, at least she has a day job, I guess you'd say.
I guess. Although those episodes were like 5 months ago now, who knows what she's doing
What she's
now?
doing,
Yeah.
right? I don't know. Going to Starbucks with Ai-chan, I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's
Yeah.
her full-time job. The last comment is with that, for the Berry Q members, aside from Momo, Maimi, and Aidi, everyone else would have to quit show business. What do you guys think about that?
Well, Chinami then can go to full-time training sea lions like she wanted to.
I think Shinami could be like a professional ping pong player or badminton player.
Or that.
She can represent Japan
See
at the
her
next
in-
Olympics.
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah, she'll
Yeah,
be
I got
amazing.
another sport one.
Sure.
Yeah?
I could just try to become a pro golfer.
She actually sucks.
She,
I know, but I mean, her dad could train her easy peasy, so.
she would have the best trainers and facilities available, that's for sure.
Indeed, so.
So,
She's still young as well.
Maybe.
Isn't that considered old in terms of pro
Yes.
athletes?
Yeah. Well, for pro golfers, ID's what now? 18 or something? 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too old.
I don't know. It's never too old.
I would say Eddie Pun could probably make it as a pro golfer, at least in the Japan circuit.
Oh yeah, she at least got some skills already. So
Yeah. If she could put some...
Don't hit me.
Yeah,
She can hit me anytime.
that'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so that about wraps it for this topic. If you guys think that there are any of the other HP girls that could make it potentially beyond the connections of Hello Project, let us know in the comments.
Yay.
Next topic. This one's actually pretty interesting, and it's talks about the quote-unquote dialect that goes on between Hello Project fans in Japan. This doesn't really carry over well to the English community, but you can probably find some sort of equivalent if you look hard enough.
Probably yes.
But yeah, so let me give you a breakdown of how this topic goes. So this thread was saying, basically, based on how people post on the internet and how they talk from between fans, you can tell what type of fan they are. And for this case, for this example, they were saying you could find out what type of fan they are based on how they refer to the word morning musume. So for example, when you're talking about morning musume and you use the full phrase morning musume, you're classified as a generic Hello Project fan, meaning you're not really a particular hardcore fan of morning musume or any other group. You just like everyone in general, which is probably like a large portion of the foreign audience, anyways.
I guess.
If you refer to morning musume as just musume, then you are most likely a kids fan, meaning very cute smilage. So if you say just musume, then you're a kids fan. If you refer to morning musume as current gen, then you're a hardcore morning musume fan. That kind of makes sense when generally you only talk about current gen.
Yeah.
If you refer to morning musume as mokasu, which is like a Japanese slang thing we won't go into, but it means you're an AKB fan. Yes.
I'm gonna be using that from now on.
Go for
Okay.
it. If you refer to morning musume as your ultimate shrine of worship, then you are those old perverted guys who are morning musume fans, which is pretty awesome.
Nice.
And last one, if you refer to morning musume as just morning, you are most likely staff or employees or somewhere inside the company itself, like whether you're the actual girls or somewhere related. And so that's something you've seen on what's it called? Like DVDs, TV shows, like the
backstage
girls.
stuff.
Yeah, the backstage stuff. The girls will always say morning. The staff usually, the managers say morning. Sunku says morning. So that's a pretty interesting breakdown. And then further down the thread, they go down to specific members as well. So, for example, for Zuki, if you say Kanan-chan, you're serious Zuki wota.
Or your Liho.
Or yeah, that too. If you say Zuki, then you're probably just a generic Color Project wota, and you don't actually like Zuki that much. If you say sumo wrestler, you're probably just not a Hello Project fan.
Okay, I'll be using that one.
Yeah, that's one of those cheap jabs, fat jokes. So I'm sorry we had to throw that in, but that's just what they wrote. So
So funny.
it's funny, but you know, pretty clever. Next one, for Haruka, Kudo Haruka. If you say Kudu, you're just like generic ota.
I'm generic.
If you say Haru, then you're one of those old perverted fans, like
Or
the
you're
really
homeless.
old guys, or the homeless guys. You know that based on Haruka always refers to herself as Haru-chan, so that's where that comes from.
Yep.
Second to last one we got for Momo. If you say Momochi, you're like not a Hello Project fan. You're like a generic, just regular person, common person in Japan, because that's how she always calls herself on TV, so that's where she gets her maximum exposure.
Yep.
Or you're a newcomer fan, if you say Momochi. If you say Momoko, then you're an old school veteran fan of Momo. And if you say Tsukunaga-san, you are Fuku-chan.
Lol.
So, if you say Tsukunaga-san, that's pretty cool. You can be Fuku-chan. Very interesting.
Okay.
Last one we have for Ikubo Haruna of Morning Musume.
Yep.
If you say Ikubo-san, you are basically a generic Hello Project fan. Because that's what everyone refers to her as. Like even during handshakes and stuff, they call her Ikubo-san.
Yeah.
If you say Harunan, you are like a hardcore Ikubo fan.
Or you're Ishida, you mean?
Or if you're Ishida. And if you say Ikubo, you are probably a senpai, like Sayu or Dana.
Or you're looking down at her.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that you can read into when you talk with other Hello Project fans. So look into that the next time you're having a conversation. See if you can figure out these sorts of trends that kind of give a tell of what type of person that whoever you're talking to actually is.
Woo!
So outside of these, have you guys noticed any other kind of patterns of people talking?
Well, I actually am missing one from the group name, which is Momosu. It's not in the list. You got any idea about that one? Because I think a lot of foreigners use that as well.
That's a good point. Momosu is generally used by, from what I've seen, celebrities on TV shows that don't actually know Hello Project very well, but they pretend to.
Oh, it's the fakers. Okay.
Pretty much. Like, I would put Fujimon in this category.
Ah.
And like everyone on Pawn.
I think it's more like a term that was coined
It's
during
like old school term.
Yeah, like when well, not the tabloids, but the media used to call Morning Musume back when they were, back around 3rd gen, 4th gen.
Yeah. As far as terminology among fans is concerned, it's not really used by any current gen Morning Musume fans. Or, yeah, does that make sense? Current fans of Morning Musume.
Yeah, it's an old term.
It's an old term, yeah. So it's kind of outdated.
So if you still use it, you're like stuck in the old ages.
You're the type that's
Stuck in the,
probably wishing
90s.
that OGs would come back, or
So you're
Oh,
OG fan.
please.
yeah, or
That'd be
something
cool.
like you wish they would get another single or something.
The OGs?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're a 3 Morning Musume fan. Okay, that makes
Pretty
sense.
much. Pretty much. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's it. Why don't we go to our last topic?
Okay, last topic we have for you guys today is well, somebody was bored on Nichan, and he asked everyone how they became Hello Project fans. So we were familiar with how most Western fans become fans of Hello Project, usually through YouTube or watching their videos on other streaming media sites, or recommendations, MP3 downloading songs,
Right.
that sort of style. But for Japanese fans, is sort of different because they have more exposures to the girls in real life and on TV and other sorts. So couple of people says that they saw Morning Musume on TV, such as on shows like Utaban, like that long ago, and back when Morning Musume was very popular in the mainstream media. So more of the younger fans says that they saw some of the Hello Project girls like Sayu or Momoko on the TV variety shows. That's more recent in the last 2 years. Some people say that they saw the Hello Project commercials, namely Bono advertising for Pizza. So I guess that's some help.
I didn't think that would work for anyone.
I guess, but
That's
apparently it does.
Surprising, yeah.
So it actually does something. Some people like Western fans got recommended by their friends to listen, and apparently they like what they hear, so they became fans of the project. And of course, being Fred on Nichan, there has to be some trolls. So one guy said that he became a fan because of Nisako before 2006. You think about what that means.
I have to say, that's a pretty legit statement.
That is very legit, if you know what the guy's implying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say about that.
Yep, that's all we'll say. Another troll said that he just happened to showed up at a handshake event one day and became a fan. How do you just show up?
That's pretty awesome. I just happened to have a ticket for a handshake.
Yep, I just happened to know there was a handshake today.
Yeah.
For these people.
I just happened to be in line, like, at 8 o'clock in the morning, along with everyone else.
Yep.
Maybe just walked by. I saw it and was like,
say, hey, there's something going on. Let's line up.
Yeah.
I'll just pay 2,000 yen for a ticket that I don't know what I'm doing for. Yep, that's very legit.
Sounds
very
like a good
legit.
idea to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll just skip work today.
That's always a good idea.
I would do
Yeah.
that.
So, you guys think these are surprising or seems to be legitimate reasons on how people became fans?
I'm surprised at the TV one, because I was under the impression that, like, when you see C-ute and Momo playing their character out on variety TV, that
Yep.
as an existing fan, like, you think it's awesome, but from the outsider, you think it's like the dumbest thing ever.
Or very annoying.
Or really annoying, yeah. So I would be really surprised to see that there's like a new fan because of that character that they saw on TV.
Don't C-ute have a rather strong fan base based on her TV appearances? I know there's a lot of haters, but she also got a lot of fans through appearing on TV.
Like, new fans, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Maybe, but all I know is the haters that she got from being on TV are a lot more vocal than the fans that she got. So it's hard to say.
Well, at least she's getting exposure, so people know who she is.
She's absolutely getting exposure. Yeah. She definitely has her name out there. So
Guess
that'd
that
be pretty cool if they turn
works.
into yeah. I mean, if that turns into fans, that's all you want, really.
Yeah, that works in a way.
Yeah.
And TV commercials apparently work.
That one's kind of weird. Like, first of all, pizza is not like amazing gourmet level good, and
It's amazing expensive though.
it's amazing, like 4,000 yen.
A pizza, so that's like $50 a pizza.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, and their commercials aren't even that special. It's like the stuff that they do during the concert MCs for Bonocons are a lot more interesting than the
The actual
15-second bits.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if they has to be a pizza commercial, I think the only one that would have drawn in some new fans would be the one where Ali pulls the slice of pizza away from her mouth as the cheese
Yeah.
dangles,
Right.
and then she smiles in the camera. That one was probably the best one.
I think so
What
too.
track?
Maybe
Yeah.
that's the one they're talking about.
Maybe. Well, it was not mentioned which one.
Right.
Just that pizza.
If that's the one, I could see that being legit.
Yeah.
That would work on me too.
Mm. So,
Yeah, so that ends it for this episode. If you guys have any similar experiences on how you became a fan, that's not the typical foreign way, feel free to share in the comments.
yay.
Yay. Thanks for watching this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed the topics. This has been Bex, Turbos86, and S. Ferris. Thanks for listening.